How are we doing today, Twin Flames and Starseeds? I hope you're all doing well. After ordering a brand new tarot deck, from feeling the urge, rush, and excitement of adding a new one to my small but growing tarot collection to start the new year off nice and fresh in this way, I decided to embark on a little trail of exploration by studying some of the tarot spreads offered in the book it came with and putting them to good use by channeling insight from it for the Twin Flame Starseed Collective's ultimate growth, health, and ascension. So, we will be using the Star Dream Tarot deck by Sirius Tarot in order to channel information for both the Twin Flame and Starseed Collective, making this a joint one and done mission where we can achieve a lot for the collective and for ourselves as one force, and utilizing the Horseshoe Tarot spread, which feels very Celtic and magical when tapping into it, and is said to help with quick moves or tough decision making in order to cross over some form of hurdle or obstacle that's been potentially ingrained into us as a part of our natural, original design and makeup that simply needs to go for its mere hypnosis, control mechanisms, and can no longer stay with us. So, now that we've gotten that cleared and squared away, let's go ahead and take advantage of this opportunity by opening up our own portal to get to a new destination we'd like to be by the end of it, shall we? The first card that popped out of the deck was shuffling for cards to guide us through this Horseshoe Tarot reading is the Ace of Pentacles. Here to answer the question, what from our past is currently influencing our lives and decision making for us today? From glaring at the card, the energies of the primordial timelines, the organic primordial timelines, starting from year one of Mother Earth, in her freshest, purest state, began to emanate from the sacred geometrical star in the illustration, feeling as if it were beckoning us, both sides of our tribe present for this opportunity, to return to this primordial version of ourselves, in order to have a deep wash of the age of Pisces from our systems in one great bulk, upleveling us right into our primordial selves, naturally and organically, all in the same process. This came through along with the dense tingling sensation with it, alluding to the fact that this was both a special activation, available to be downloaded into our temples, straight from the organic twilight realm of God's sacred kingdom, as well as alluding that it was important and essential for us to integrate this form of fresh, dark primordial power for our long term growth in terms of truly getting to know ourselves from this important place for where we are headed next in human evolution. This will also do its part to greatly strengthen us in all areas and compartments within ourselves that's been dormant and unnoticed in order to utilize this to our advantage for Judgment Day duty. I feel graduation energy coming through in addition, marking the fact that a whole sector of Twin Flame Starseeds will reap all of the enlightenment they need to have fully completed the first stage of their ascension process, the soul and culture integration process that comes along with it. So, in order to get this officially into gear, I'm going to ask for the Primordial Beast activation to download into our Fairy Heart Drive system right now, so we may return to ourselves, remembering and realizing that we're our own special inheritance, like a flash of lightning. The second card here, to bring our joint tribes to the salvation our soul needs, is the Three of Cups. To answer the question, what is the biggest issue needing taken care of that's interfering with our happiness? I'm very happy this card came up to answer this question, as well as thankful for the question in general, due to the extreme importance it holds for where we now are in our society. And this is due to the synthetic, energetic nature the illustration's energy bears, showcasing to us just how superficial, plastic, fake futuristic, and false light the matrix system we've been taking down, notch by notch together, truly is beneath and over the surface. You can clearly see this, in my opinion, making it so our energy bodies have been infected and affected by matrix bot viruses, you could call them, which rewires and programs our minds to view the world through a superficial, face value lens perspective and to fully accept this. In more severe cases, symptoms can be even more damaging, personality altering, life altering, and in all the worst ways. Although most people in this current day will fail to tell you, as they are too infected as well. This is being conveyed even further from the instability the foundation of the illustration is giving me, feeling as if the bottom of the abstract image is a platform of some sort, bouncing up and down, jiggling and shaking, unable to support the flock of people standing on top of it, making them extremely insecure every second that goes by, symbolizing the terribly reckless beast system and its purposeful ill intentions towards humanity, especially God's children. The vibration of the colorful foliage is also coming with this synthetic Lilith frequency, which is implemented into the so called music, large varieties of media content, artwork, etc., all poisonous in its nature and here to distort the mind to conform to a different way of living, a backwards, inverted, narcissistic, superficial, robotic, even dangerous way of living, completely opposite of the normal flow of life. So, now that we've discovered all of this together, we can now officially do something about it by receiving the Rainbow Gateway portal activation it wants to transmit right to us, to wash our vessels clean from this center point and take us through the portal to the other side of our true selves. Amen. The third card on this mini journey of stocking up for the things we need before Judgment Day, the event horizon, is the Major Arcana card, the Tower, here to enlighten us on what we can begin getting excited about before it gets here in the future, as this was greatly dimmed down in the old paradigm when we were under stricter rule to teach us a harsher, more aulic nature of ascending through warriorship. Immediately upon glancing at the card, the smoky clouds surrounding the giant, archaic, golden temple in the heavens appeared to disperse very quickly on either sides of the temple, to the point where it looked like it was literally moving, coming with the major parting of the seas event, where all of God's oppressed children get separated from the enemy, finally allowing all of the internal and external space and freedom to breathe, function properly, and move about to any area we feel like moving independently. This much needed separation felt royal and grand in its nature, with the feel of heaven just slamming down onto the ground of earth, with all of our abundance from this higher dimension unfolding from it, spreading across the entire planet like the smoke you see in the image to be received and absorbed by every single inheritor this belongs to. The temple castle, floating in the sky, then shifted to the vibe of a mansion soon afterwards, which felt as if it were zooming in closer to me closer to it, in order to transfer me my brand new mansion and all the rest of the inheritance that comes with it right through cyberspace matrix and quantum time, which is here to also mold into what the Twin Flame or Starseed specific wants and needs are at the moment, matching their goals and comforts, meaning that this mansion will be a homey townhouse, I'm hearing for some of you, a nice, spacious yacht, I'm also being told, or even a brand new jet, I'm also being told, just so that your well earned heaven is entirely personalized as an effect, squeezed and wrapped all around you in order to match your DNA, molecules, and even cells is that precise and you're that damn worthy. So, to not keep you waiting, I'm now going to ask that the card illustration itself transfers all members of our Ascension tribe in school their rightfully earned inheritance, so that the entire world can restart now that the real babies have been fed, driven home, and taken care of. The fourth card here to answer the question, what's the main advice both tribes could use right now, is the Major Arcana card, the Chariot. When viewing the card, I actually heard the words, open up and let God in, so loudly that I almost literally heard it in my head, which came with the sensation of a huge introduction to the fairy kingdom, the new fairy kingdom, rushing into our human dimension right afterwards, making us aware that it is now time for our long hidden fairy realm to flip outwards from beneath the earth, from behind the veils, to then manifest fully into our physical reality with clear eyes to see. So I'm going to now ask for the grand gate to the fairy kingdom, the fairy realm, and the sixth dimension to open up here in this grand now moment we've all been waiting for, and even desperately yearning for, not even fully knowing why, for ages, so that all of our woes, curiosities, and longing may finally cease to exist, and bring forth the greatest miracles to come from the other side of our mystical world in a harmonious, consistent flow. The need to simply let God into the hearts of those who direly needs this deep connection to a strong, certain source is also coming through, depicted beautifully by the beams of light beaming down onto the chariot from the enchanting window up above it. Due to this separation from the pure truth, separating you from yourself as a human being in return, from your real soul, as well as from being able to acquire further soul growth and depth overall. So, if you are ready, I'm now going to ask for your hearts to open up right now as I speak to you, so that God may soar in right through the window, straight from the card, the screen, then into your heart to both greet you sincerely and remind you who you are. The fifth card on this Horseshoe Tarot reading journey, to help boost our joint tribes and schools to newer heights, is the Seven of Pentacles, who's going to answer the question, who in my circle are or have been affecting my decision making? Here, again, I am immediately beginning to feel more energies of Allah, the false god, teacher, sage, and prophet, come through, very equivalent to the white false light demon in the classic Poltergeist film, which is the same master that puts us through all forms of often unnecessary trials and hardships, from lifetime to lifetime, in order to find salvation through him and earn our spot in the kingdom up in heaven, which is just completely deceptive, Babylonian, a huge waste of time, and meant to keep you spinning in circles and circles, just like a game, until you finally notice and do something about it to stop it. Which is what we've all been progressively doing together as one whole tribe and force, from week to week throughout these meetups, through the cyber world. Although it feels like there was one final push that we need in order to crash the old ship, the old lie, the old story, the old matrix completely down, just like the pirate ship burning in the ocean of the image, to find the salvation we've been truly searching for in our own very personal, unique way. So, in order to put this into motion for us all, I'm now going to ask for the Star of David activation, staying true to the illustration, to strike your crowns right now, so that you may be able to claim your soul and your special ascension as your own. The sixth card, to guide us on this powerfully opening Horseshoe Tarot reading, is another major arcana of the Emperor, to address the concern of whether there are any lingering obstacles, phobias, or fears hidden behind the veils, dictating the harmony within our lives from flowing properly that we've been unaware of. At first glance, I began to feel the energies of one being afraid to become the master, or to become their own master, coming to the surface and being heavily transmitted as a little bit of a mayday signal to step into quick power, right from the abstract stack of swords, it looks like, stationed towards the top of the illustration. It feels like once this innate power is finally realized, actualized, and accepted, that the rainbow channels that have been blocked within you will burst right open from within you upon doing this, as it feels like the strong, activating card and the message it carries desperately wants to do this for those of us. Which I'm going to ask to initiate right now, at once, so that your newfound kingship and queenship that's truly been inside of you all along may shine forth from within you in the most personalized, unique, modern, in the now ways. I'm feeling that this was coming from the fear to shine, and to have true, pure authority in all ways for once, which is quite the change, right? And it's totally okay to accept and not fight. For every single emotion you feel is of value and a rewarding opportunity. So, shine ever so brightly, just like the rainbow light emanating fearlessly throughout the illustration, as I am feeling that this is going to lead you down the most lucrative path of experiences once you choose to accept yourself in this tough way and go for your dreams. And last but not least, we have the Nine of Cups drawn from the deck to answer the question for us, what is the most optimal way to resolve our biggest issue at the moment? Upon glaring at the card, I immediately began to get the da 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 tone playing within my head, chiming from the entrancing golden chalice in the illustration. It then became clear to me that this was here to signify the Holy Grail, and that it was here to remind us that we are the Holy Grail, our own Holy Grail, and that there is no need to, therefore, ever chase or seek it outside of ourselves. Which I feel is the perfect reminder that we need, as well as the perfect way to wrap up lessons of love in the Twin Flame soulmate realm. For those who struggled with seeking love outside themselves in the wrong places on the journey of inner and outer separation, allowing you to finally truly get still for a change. This stillness and centeredness, that the Holy Grail activation, which I'm going to ask hit home now for us all, will bring our energy bodies naturally, will also allow for the entire Holy Grail race to collapse when and done. That the top 1%ers of the world, of the Hunger Games capital, have been hosting for all of their bunnies and kitties and Dorothys, down below to frolic and play in for their twisted time and era of their reverse boule playground. To our new Earth, Middle Earth playground. And now we can all go home. And that concludes this Twin Flame Starseed Ascension Energies update, utilizing the powerfully liberating Horseshoe Tarot spread and Celt Angels to send us completely on our way. I hope that you received all of the help, insight, and upgrades you needed throughout the ride, and that it carries everyone involved forth very well. I want to quickly mention that the Rainbow Light Body activation is completely available to be integrated right from Source or from our very own solar system source as of today. As just earlier, I felt this long-awaited aspect of the light body, the 2.0 light body, descend down from the heavens to blend and integrate into my body, so that the long-hidden rainbow world and dimensions would then open within the channels within my body as an effect, sparking long-lost memories of these mystical, heavenly places only starseeds would have alive within my entire being that no reborn soul would want to miss out on before entering the new, expansive world soon to unfold before us entirely. Which I'm going to intend you can feel right now for yourselves if you wish to purchase this life-changing activation right from my magic-infused Etsy shop and would love to have a feel of it beforehand. With that being said, subscribe if you feel you receive a lot from these videos of mine. Comment down below if you have any questions, or would love to chat about what you've gathered here today. Donate to my PayPal if you feel you'd love to commune and say thanks. And I'll be back here with more enlightening videos for the Twin Flame Starseed Collective in the near future. Bye for now.